I want to touch and scroll. I can't do that. Okay, so just a little bit about me. I'm Megan. I'm 6'2", same as Heidi. I've taught for 10 years. I started in Santa Fe, and then I was in Phoenix, and I was recently at JMS. And I've done spoken language and ASL classrooms. Oh, it's going to work now? Who's going to? Oh, that's me.
That's you.
Okay.
It's still not a scroll. You have to use your computer to scroll. So, yeah, don't touch the screen.
Okay, sounds good. Anyway, I went to Utah State University and did their ASL English by, what is it even called? Who went to Utah State and did the Bye-Bye program? Nice, we got a few buddies here. Anyway, I love technology and I love good design. So I decided to jump on and take this job with the teaching online. But my big thing is I like to teach in the classroom. I like to be around students. I like to write on the whiteboard and pull out manipulatives and all those things. So this is a totally different change of brain for me, but it doesn't change the way I like to teach. So I've been trying to figure out, okay, how do I do all those things over this little device here? So I'm going to share with you a few things I've learned in the, month that I've been doing this. There's a lot more to learn, and I'm sure a lot of you have done a lot of virtual teaching, it sounds like, so I'm sure you have a lot to share with me too. So to start off, most of my students, I do elementary, and right now the devices they're using is iPads. So they have they're in the classroom. A lot of you work with my kiddos. They're in the classroom, they have their little iPad, and they join on our Zoom meeting. I do a full group, and then I also do one-on-one with all the kiddos I work with. So my first question was, I don't want to share a screen, because I have to share a screen, right? We all have to share a screen when you teach virtually. But if I share a screen on the iPad, I become this little teeny tiny box on the bottom, right? All of our problem. And I hated that, because the kids, especially when you're signing, you can't see the little tiny signer down the bottom. So I've been trying to figure it out. I told Adam, I wish I could just share behind me, whatever's on my screen, it could just come up behind me. There's a way. I figured it out. So I did a Google search. That's a perfect way to figure out things. So I'm going to show you first off how to, well, tell me if you know this. Actually, on Zoom, there's a feature to be able to use a PowerPoint or Keynote as a virtual background. Do you guys know how to do that? Has anyone done that before? No?
No.
A few yeses and some no's? Okay. Roberta knows what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm going to show you right here what you can do. So you know how you can project something behind you, the palm trees or whatever, you can create a virtual background. There's a feature where you can, what? Like a green screen, but I don't have a green screen behind me. You could just project, I'll show you. You could project whatever you're working on, your slide, as your green screen, as your background. And I'm just in my house, I'm in my kitchen or in my hall room closet. That's where I teach, but so whatever's behind me, it's pretty.
I'm glad it's not just us.
Oh man, we're making it work. So anyway, I'll show you this little video. It's just a quick little mini lesson. I sped up the video, so you'll see me signing, but it's super quick. Just to kind of show what I'm doing on Zoom, and then I'll kind of talk you through what I'm doing. This whole system is on Wakelet. So has anybody used Wakelet before? Some of you. Wakelet, I think it's awesome. I'll show you a few reasons why, but thought I'd just show a new tool. Oh shoot, it's not on here. Of course, full screen. Do you need to see full screen? Okay. Nope. Whatever. Okay. And my GIFs didn't work on these videos, so it looks kind of silly. He's saying I'm cool. Oh, it's very choppy and slow. Okay, so what you do, just watch it, and then I'll explain. So I clicked on advanced and then share slides as virtual background, and it puts me up, all the kiddos over here. I'm this little tiny person in the corner, but I can stretch and resize my video, and then you can move it to wherever you need to on the screen. So now my keynote presentation is behind me when I'm teaching my lesson, which is kind of cool.
So this is an app you use with
It's
them?
just on Zoom. I'll show you how to do it. Okay. It's right in Zoom.
We keep asking, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. No, it's so fun. It's super choppy and slow. It's probably because of the screen share, but anyway, you see I have these slides and I can just do the arrow and just click right through my slides and I can point to what's going on. The little thing is going too fast. Let's see. Stop. Okay, so some of the pros of being able to do this, it takes the teacher out of the box, right? I'm not in this little box in the corner anymore. I'm now like plastered on the screen, so all the kiddos can see me signing and teaching them. So that's what I love, right? And I'll let you guys play with it too. Some things I don't love is you can only use PowerPoint or Keynote with that. You're kind of stuck. You have to have it in a PowerPoint and Keynote. You can't use Google Slides. You can't show a website, different things like that. You're stuck to PowerPoint or Keynote. And you can't write on the screen. You can't move things on the screen. It's just whatever you have there is what you're stuck with. So better than nothing, but there are some negative things about it. So let me show you. This slide right here shows how to access it. So when you go to like the bottom, when you're in Zoom, just the normal Zoom that everybody has, you go to that bottom screen share button and you push that and this menu comes up. It's usually toggled to this basic one and it shows like your desktop or your Chrome browser or whatever, the different options there. If you click on advanced, which is right next to it, the first thing says slides is virtual background and then it just pulls up whatever, your Finder, and you can just find those slides and click on it and it goes right behind you. So pretty cool. So you have to try it and I'll give you, I don't know, maybe I'll show you a few things and then let it just play and I can try to help answer questions. Does that work? So a few things that are wonky though, it's like not a mirror, whatever, right? So if something's right here, I feel like it's right here, I have to point this way. Does that make sense? So, you know, some of you who jump in on my lessons, sometimes I'm like, actually, it's this way. I'm like trying to find the things on the screen I'm pointing to, but you figure it out eventually. So, I don't know. Do you guys have questions about that feature? Yeah.
So I don't teach online right now, but when I'm in an ASL class, if I have a background, if I'm out of the thing, it doesn't show all my arms.
Yeah, it does get, you have to, so when you resize the video, I was showing you on this part, how I start like really tiny there, and then I can pull, there's that blue bar or whatever, that's my video, that's what's capturing me, right? So if I reach my arm beyond that blue line, it's going to be out of the
So
screen.
it shows the blue line?
Yeah, and then I can click off it so it doesn't continually stay there, but I could just see it as I'm moving and resizing my video. And then as you're signing, your arm goes too far, like pull it back. If your background is too blurry too busy behind you, or if the light contrast is weird, it's going to make it a little bit harder, you know, to just like sharing a regular virtual background. And it does get a little tricky when you're trying to sign, because sometimes your hands get blurry or it kind of doesn't, but it's better than nothing. Well, I have a lot of questions. Roberta? She's got a comment to add if you sign too fast. Is somebody interpreting?
Can somebody voice so I can come aside?
Okay, I'll say it again. So if you're signing too fast, sometimes your hands will kind of get blurry and you can't see it and I'll be missing things in the screen. So you need to sign slow, maybe not super slow, but just a good speed so we can catch everything. And you can test it too. I test that with my students. And I've noticed if I sign too fast, things just get lost. So it's better to sign a little clearer and slower, and then you get everything.
Which is appropriate for teaching elementary kids anyway. So it works.
Exactly that.
Did you have a question?
I was just wondering if you tested it all, because you can, in your profile settings, decide if you want your own image to be a mirror image or a real image.
I've played with that a lot. Okay. So usually on my Zoom, when I don't share my screen, I've had it on a mirror image, because then I look normal to me, I don't know. But then when you go to this, it won't mirror image it. I tried again, and then it throws me off more, because I'm like, wait, I used to, now I'm all switched. So I just turned off the mirror image altogether. But yeah, it doesn't. I've played a lot, trying to figure it out. Heidi, did you have a question? Oh, okay. Okay, so I'll go on if you have questions, interrupt me. But so my biggest thing with this, it was awesome, and I used it a few times, but I was like, there's got to do more. So I figured out another option. So immersive view is the next thing that I have become. I love immersive view. Do you guys know immersive view on Zoom?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, this is super fun. Okay, so what you can do with immersive view is you kind of bring you and your students into the same place. you put yourself kind of in the same classroom. So this little see this little kitchen or classroom, whatever this is, when you click on it, all of a sudden I'm right there and the student's right there and it feels like we're together in the same room. Students get a hang of it, but they love it, right? One of the kids tries to give me a high five, and all these things. It's super fun. So anyway, I'll show you how immersive view works. This little video of this kiddo, I'll stop it and go, but it's kind of fun, right? We're in the same room. And look at his busy background too. And he still is able to go into immersive view. There's all these options provided by Zoom. And now they're together. And I'm so excited and look at him. He's like, okay, come on, Megan. Yeah. It's kind of how I feel trying to point to the things. I tried to look at his face, but he was excited, I promise. Okay. Okay, so I figured out, so some of those, I'm gonna go back just slightly, so you see, I might be if I talk too fast, tell me, but, I have to go all the way back. Okay, see how it has these views right here of the different immersive views you can pick? This one's for 5 people, this one's for 25, so there's a different amount of ones you can click on. It gives you different slots of who the people are. So for this, Vince could click on immersive view and all of our people could join us in the class.
Vince.
Don't do it. You could, it could be fun. But some of them, I can't scroll here, but some of them have a little chalkboard or a whiteboard that shows up behind. Are you gonna do it?
Yeah.
Okay, here's immersive view.
We were talking about trying something new this time, so this is perfect.
I don't know if it's gonna work because you also have your screen share.
Oh, see, it does work with the screen share. This is the next.
Does it need to be this computer?
No, we're actually.
So you do the immersive view through the view.
Yeah, okay, so this is good. So the
Does it have to be the computer that's hosting?
It's the
it's
host
not
that
here,
has-
Vince.
Yeah, it's the host.
It's the host.
It's the host computer.
Who's the host?
Well,
I made him the host, but it's this room,
Okay.
so it's gotta be here.
But it's a Zoom room, and the Zoom room doesn't have that option.
So we can't show you.
Let's check the view here.
I don't know. Can you do it from the iPad?
No,
No.
we have to.
There's too many things
We
going
have
on with
to,
this one.
because we're using Zoom room instead of the regular Zoom,
Okay.
and Zoom room doesn't have that function.
Okay. Well, when you teach, don't use Zoom Room, so you can use immersive.
Yes, do not use Zoom rooms
Okay.
when you teach.
All right. Well, we thought we'd try. Didn't work. Okay, but let me tell you, some of them have a little blackboard or a whiteboard on there. So if you do a screen share, all of a sudden whatever you're sharing is on the whiteboard behind you, which is kind of cool. But a lot of those, there wasn't one like that for just 2 students, and just 2 people. There's no little whiteboard there. So I was kind of annoyed with it because I wanted to be able to share my screen through immersive view.
Doesn't it just leave empty chairs though, if we pick that?
It does leave empty chairs, yeah. So yeah, if you have 5 kids and 5 chairs and only 2 people, they just fill the 2 chairs and you have all the other empty. But with signing, you're super small. So my goal is as big as possible, right? But I tried it anyway, sharing the screen through immersive view, and it shares it, and you become the virtual background again. Or it becomes the virtual background, right? So when I shared the screen from that immersive view, what I was trying to share went behind me and the student. And so now we could, just like it did with the PowerPoint slides, but this is just a website. So I can write on it, I can move things around, all kind of behind me and the student. So let me kind of show you. This is just, so I just share my screen just like normal. And it comes it came all wonky, so I just had to select it and then you just drag it to fill your area. And then we're tiny, but I could just take the boxes and bring them bigger and move them to wherever I want to be on the screen. And you can even overlap people, which is wonky, but it works. See how that, and you can use whatever you want that you're sharing. It can be a website, it could be a PowerPoint, it could be the video, could go
And the
behind you
students
guys.
can't drag you around, right?
Students can't, no, just the host, I think, I don't know, I don't think they've ever tried yet, so they may be able to, but I don't think they can. Yeah, so this is how you do it. When you have your Zoom open, click on this top little menu thing, and there's 3 options that come down, like speaker view, gallery view, and then below is immersive view. So you click on immersive view, and then you gotta go through. A lot of times I click on manual, because then you can move them into different chairs, but I don't think it really matters between manual and automatic. Because when I forget, it still seems to work how I want. So anyway, select your background and then push start, and there you go. So, questions?
How many kids do you need for the chalkboard?
How many, what?
How many kids? You said 2 people won't work for the chalkboard.
Okay, I can't show you here while I'm hooked up to all this Zoom stuff, but yeah, some of them have the chalkboard, right? And I think the classroom that has the smallest class, I think has 6 seats,
Okay.
but you could do more, but, and when you use the chalkboard, you know, it's like in a little screen behind. But if you select this one, this is the view I had, there's no chalkboard, but when I selected screen share, it still became that virtual background. So even though it doesn't show you, like, oh, you can show your screen here, you still can.
I was just curious, if you had you and a student, and you could log in an iPad, you just want to have it completely muted so it's not feeding back. But if you needed just 3 kids, that could fix your issue of having the pre-write.
What do you mean?
Just take
Have
a
a
blank
fake dummy
screen.
set up.
Yeah.
To your third.
I don't think, why would you need, I don't think you need
I
something.
thought you were saying certain ones you can't use if you don't have enough students.
Oh, you can use whatever you want, like even this 25 one, I can just have me and 1 student in this 25 one.
Okay.
It will
It's
go,
just that they're
You're
small.
just super small.
yeah, you're just super small in this little tiny chair.
I thought you were saying you couldn't
Yeah.
use it unless you have a minimum.
Yeah, no, you're fine. You can use any of them with,
Any.
you know, unless you hit that maximum, but you're just small. So you can even create and upload your own. You can do a little plus sign, do your own immersive view. And I tried that too, and it's kind of fun, but you cannot screen share in that one. It kicks you out of kicks you out of immersive view and just takes you to a normal screen share.
I was gonna say, we
Yeah.
can plug your laptop to HDMI on that
Okay.
TV, so you can show the Zoom, how that would look on Zoom.
Do you guys want to see it? Do you want to? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Can we hook up to HDMI just behind her?
Let's grab this here.
Trip on it.
Yeah, sorry about those cords. In the past, we used to tape them down.
Is it gonna work while that Zoom is still there? If I open a new Zoom?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll be on HDMI 1.
Do you have any questions about how that works or how it could be useful while he's getting hooked up? We just want to break for a minute. Yeah, just play it. Yeah. Yeah. If we have a few things to show you, but we can hopefully have time.
Okay. So let's see. Yeah, so
Take it
now
out.
you can do your Zoom. So we're gonna stop the share from here.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna zoom that camera on the TV so everybody else can see what you're
Oh,
showing.
perfect. So I could just start a Zoom meeting?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So let me show you how it works real quick. Here I am. Oh, that's awkward. Okay. So, all right. So does someone want to join my meeting? Heidi,
Yes.
you want to join? Adam, somebody? What is my invite? Oh, can I just invite you? How do I do this?
Do an invite, just send emails.
Just send an email. What am I doing? Blah.
Or give me your email, your number for your meeting.
Copy invite link. Here, we'll send. Adam, do you want to be my
Yeah.
person? Okay. We'll send you a chat. sure there's a way better way to do that, but.
Worked.
Okay. Heidi, you're in my class. Oh, I don't want to join. What?
I was saying, don't join that computer audio.
Okay, I did it, did I? Oh, I did.
It's
Sorry,
okay,
friends.
you can just mute yourself and.
Sorry, friends.
Sorry, I'm elementary teacher. Friends is how we refer to everyone. Okay, we good? Do you want to jump on your thing?
I can't.
You just want to come see how tall? I looked at that. Okay, you can stay if you want.
No.
If you join on the
Oh,
link.
okay, so you don't try doing it because we're gonna end
Oh,
the
he's
other meeting.
connected.
Let me get
Oh.
another device here.
Do you want me to, Heidi, do you have your device open right there?
Sorry. I'm hosting the other
Yeah.
meeting, so if I join you, if I join you, we kill it.
Here, I'll just show you, and it still works if nobody's joined it anyway. So check this out. Right up or the top, you have the immersive or the view. Just click on immersive, and then here's all your options. So I'm the only person, so that's why I'm the only one showing up. But if you have more people on, they'll be like in your little.
What's your meeting ID? Mine's 801. What's yours? Go up to, so click out of that, go up to the green,
Green shield.
Oh,
green
see?
shield.
I'll teach you stuff. This is good.
There we go. Anybody want to join that?
Yeah, who wants to join
I
this?
can't read it.
861.
576-1332.
And don't join your audio when you join.
Yeah, don't join your audio. 861-576-1332.
Hey, Vince is joining. Ooh, you're on a phone. This will be interesting to see how it works with a phone.
Oh, you got more coming. Amy's on.
Oh,
You all, now you got a lot coming.
yeah, this will be good. I'll show you how it works.
You can just push it in it all.
Okay, perfect. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining. Okay, if anybody else says holler at me if I miss it. Okay, so then I clicked on immersive view and see how it's sticking them in right in there. That one is cute. So there's all these other options I could do. Here's this one that has that blackboard that I talked about. So when I share my screen, it projects it right on that little blackboard behind us.
Oh, cool.
So here, I'll show you just an example of what we all look like in there. So what are you using?
Amy, what are you using?
You just have a Mac. Okay. Sometimes I've noticed Chromebooks don't work. Okay, so there we go. She's there, perfect. So we're all here.
Yay. Oh, yeah,
okay.
admit Heidi in
Heidi's
there.
here. So it's super fun, right? Like it puts us all in the same room together. So Heidi joined, but since I already started immersive view, she doesn't automatically come in. So I have to stop my share. I hate it when students are late. So I have to leave my immersive view and then Heidi, welcome, and then I just go back in.
That's so fun.
Yeah, so I tried, and this one right here is super ugly, but I just tried to make it to see how it worked. And it works okay, it comes behind me, but then you cannot use screen share feature, so if you make your own. So, see there's one with only 4, so I couldn't fit in one of the students, but I could click on manually, and I can select who I want to put in. Maybe I don't want Vincent, no, Vince. So I who I want. So, I'm sorry. Okay, so there's our like 6-person one. We got the all official. Is that the one I used last time too? Okay, so now if I have this feature with us all here, you're being like the students, right? You're like, always that kid. I always tell them like, stay, teachers. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to share. Okay, so you're going to go to screen share right there.
If you have like older kids and you have to have a family discussion, this is that's a great counsel.
Perfect. Okay, so I'll click on my Chrome for screen share, and it puts it right there behind us. So you see how we're right there, and my email is behind all of us there.
I was gonna say, that one where you manually selected who you wanted in, if you wanted to invite a panel of speakers to talk to your students, right, then none of them are on screen, but your panel is.
Yeah, that would be
Great
awesome.
idea.
That would be awesome.
That's a
Okay.
great idea.
So if I did, just showing you here, I'll go get my presentation that I have. There we go. What you have to do, here's the tricky thing with the immersive. So it does it like this, right? I can't see the student signing. So then I have to take that and I have to make it big on my screen. But now I can't see what I'm trying to share and I can't manipulate it through here. I have to be able to manipulate it through whatever I'm sharing. Does that make sense? So if I try to like touch on here and scroll on my Wakelet thing, I can't touch that. I have to do it through the actual screen. So I use a second monitor. I just have it plugged in so I can, scroll through and write on whatever my second monitor while I can see what's going on through my laptop. Does that make sense? Today I tried it, which is one screen, and it works, but it is tricky. So if you do have just one screen, you just have to kind of make it work, right? Shrink things down around. I want to show you them here. So there's Heidi. I want to move Heidi. I could move her wherever I want to, and I could change the size. So like if Heidi's going to be the presenter, there's Heidi. Come back, Heidi. Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I'm just trying to show you what you can do. Anyway, do you see that? You can just like move them around. Hello, hello. Wherever you need the people to be. So, yeah, kind of cool. Wow, here comes Heidi eating. Okay, what else? Do you want to see anything else in here? Or do you kind of got to feel how that would work? Wait a second, I'll look up at your like big on the screen. Okay, so I'm just going to stop that share. Can I close the Zoom meeting? Okay, we'll do another one in a little bit because I want to show you another feature real quick, and then maybe we can go back to that. Awesome. So kind of fun. So there's another thing though that you can do. Add. Oh no, where'd it go? Okay. Add an Apple Pencil or another writing device, and now you can share your screen behind you from your iPad and make it like a whiteboard and write on it. Right there behind you and the students as you're like reading together or whatever. This is my favorite thing to do. So here's your little video of how to. This kiddo, just see what I did. I don't know. Oh, here's how you do it. So when you go to your basic to share, I am an immersive view on this video, but you just go to your basic and then click on your iPad. You can iPad or iPhone via just AirPlay, but I don't rely on that. I like to do the one with the cable. So you click on share it via cable, and then you can just plug in, and this becomes like your second screen, and then you can share what's on your iPad. Has anybody done that? It works like a champ. It's awesome. Yeah, I love it. So, so this is all from my iPad, and I have like a PDF viewer that I can like write on. It's called Good Notes. I can write on it, and he's writing on his screen. Trying to engage him. This was hilarious. We're trying to learn what dens are, and he's telling me about the cave, and then he's nervous about the coyotes being in the cave because when the water comes down here, it's going to trap them and fill up, and then they'll all die. So he had a whole story for how that worked, and then he scribbles on here. So I'm trying to see Jim. We're talking about dens. Anyway, he scribbled on there, and he said the mom's going to make a door for them, and they'll protect them all. So that's what was going on. But so I was able to write here too. Den. This is a den, and then I toggled over just to another screen. And we can make a little word web together about what we're talking about. I should have written coyotes, I realized, but that's okay. So I'm asking
Do you
them.
still work with like a text box too?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yep.
Because they start to write and then it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't like the way I wrote that I. Let me start all over. Like,
No. But that was me, that's a goofy video. But that was me writing there, Heidi. That's me using the iPad, and then I'm writing with this. I haven't figured out a great system for the students to be able to write on the screen and have me to be able to see it yet. I'm trying to figure that out. So if anyone knows how to do that, you have to show me that because I've tried it and I'm struggling with Jamboard. So I would love to know how to do that. Yeah. So that's kind of how I use the Apple or the iPad and the Apple Pencil. You could do the iPad without the Apple Pencil as well, but then you're just not going to be able to write on it as clearly. Questions? Are we good? Okay. Okay, so a few more things I can show you. Some websites I love that kind of go along with teaching virtually. Canva. Does anyone use Canva? Yes, I see hands. Okay, so I used to hate Canva. I was introduced to Canva a long time ago and I was like, it was too much. There was too many things going on in Canva, and I like to just, I like design. I like to be simple and clear. I like to do it myself. I hate to follow what they want me to do, but you don't have to follow anything in Canva. You could just click on a blank screen and start there and create whatever you want. So I've realized that Canva has this thing, back here you can see this thing called whiteboards, and I'll show you how that works, but you can zoom and pinch and move it all over. Thing I love about Canva is it's free for teachers. We all get a free account with everything on there. There's nothing that says this is for pros. Like, it's all free to us to use, and there's all sorts of templates for classrooms and everything you need. But there's a place to search right there. You can search for anything. Spider. I don't know why I'm searching spiders, but so there's clip arts come up, images that come up, GIFs, like everything connected to that would come up. A lot of the stuff kind of matches. I like things to match, and so like it annoys me when I have a picture of something and that's something totally off. But they can you get them in little groups that match. Anyway, and you can just create everything right within there, fonts, shapes, like anything you need. So I like to do it with the students. So if I have that immersive view, the students right there, I pull up the whiteboards, and then I can work through a whiteboard and move it around and stuff while the students are right there together, kind of like you're on a smart board in the classroom.
On my phone and then putting my phone to the
Right.
camera.
Yeah.
Because I'm reading brown bear, and the pictures are horrible.
Right, exactly.
Like, you're right, that does not.
That does not
look
like
it.
Exactly. Yeah, you could just pull up Canva and then search bear, and then it will pull up a picture, you show it to them, and it's just right there. And the thing I love about that too is it's a safe search, right? If you pull up the internet, you search something, you never quite know what you're going to be showing students. Whatever you type in here, it's going to be safe for the students to see. So here's a little example of me. This student, I was reading with her in immersive view, and she was really struggling to understand the concept. So I switched it over and we made like a word web together. She's still struggling to understand, but we'll get there. Canva. Student is struggling to understand the reading passage. I cropped the video, like she was sitting like that for a long time, so I was like, okay, this is not working. So this is the first time I've done this with a student, but I was like, let's try it out. And I just walked through it with her, and I let her like pick what color she wanted and what shape she wanted for the different parts of the word web. And every time, this is the coolest, I love it. I did it in super speed view too. But you see these little like arrows on the side here? I just click on that and it makes another one. Like, it just does it really easy, and you could just go up here and change the shape, and you got a new shape and new color. It makes it really simple and quick to use. And it does say in the book that monkeys ate birds, PS. I don't know if that's true, but that's what the book is teaching us. So, so working through it together, I go pick a picture of a bird to stick on there. She was having a hard time understanding the category bugs, right? Like what that meant. So I'm trying to get a lot of different pictures to show her what bugs are. Oh wait, did you guys see her hide from the spider? She like I love that, because it like really felt like it was right there. So it brings it to life. Okay, and then I used it, and I could kind of go back between the book and the whiteboard to like make those connections. So I said, look for what else, and she found the word plants. So this right here is showing my second screen, my monitor that I have.
So can you just share like who gets to type, or it's just?
I don't think so. Well, okay. There is an option in Canva to be able to collaborate within Canva, so possibly. And there is like Canva classrooms and things like that. So Canva has a lot of possibilities that I haven't.
Sometimes you have to like pre-invite them and have them join before your Zoom meeting even starts.
For,
Collaborate and share with them, otherwise they don't have access to write on it back to you.
for what? Ooh, teach me this. No, I really want them to be able to write back, because I hate always doing the writing. I know they can click on, like, on their iPad, there's like a little pencil down the bottom. They can click on that and like circle something or write on the screen, but then we can just do, like, it doesn't stay on the screen, like it's just part of Zoom. I don't know how to like make it so she's actually writing on my whiteboard with me.
Can she pull up her own Canva though, and then she shares her screen?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. And then I can collaborate and invite her to that. I think so, but you have to have a student account. They'd have to have an email, set all that up previously. There's an app, like, so it could totally work on their, yeah, you just have to do it before. It could work on their laptop or iPad or whatever.
My kids' district, all of them have Canva.
Do they?
Yeah, I don't know if it's that way throughout all of Utah, but they all
It's
have
free
their
for
own
everybody,
login.
so we totally can, and then
So-
just use school email to log in.
Yeah,
So how old are your kids?
mine's, the one that has it is 12,
And is using it and making
but
things?
he has to use it because they have video presentations and things they have to do. Yeah.
Okay. You can actually through Canva, I don't know how to do it yet because I'm still like stuck as a student. I think I'm a student in Canva and I'm trying to say like I'm a teacher. Because you can make classrooms. So I could be a teacher, make a class and then have students and actually give assignments. The student would complete it in there and then return it. So there are a lot of cool possibilities with Canva and the students have access to all these tools too. So it might get overwhelming for a second grader though to like find all that stuff. But okay, so Canva's awesome. A few more things that I love. Pink Cat games. Has anybody played Pink Cat games or seen me play it with a student? Let me just show you really quick. No, I'm done.
You're
okay.
good. No, go.
I'm okay. I'll just show you what it's just games. I've done it with kids up to like 6th grade, and it's cute and fun, and they still enjoy it. But it's a good learning thing. There's a few free ones. But there's also like a paid account. I think it's like $25 a year, and you have access to anything. You can make your own games, or you can just use like the preset games. So let me just show you one I already have saved. All these cute little. I've taught preschool all the way up, so I have all sorts of weird ones. What? What?
The Apple one? Go up?
The Apple one?
Oh, yeah.
So here's the Apple one. I'd start the game. So this is really easy virtually, right? So I'd ask the kids, what number do you want? And they tell me, I want number 1 or whatever. So I'd have to complete, and this one I'd have to complete what goes in here. You have heart, or girl, boy, girl. So I'd have to click on the girl. So that's just that example. And they're looking for a worm or something. Anyway, just one more example. There is also like words. It'll do like a jumbled sentence and they have to put in order, things like that. Like there's so many options. Let me find like a harder one just to show you.
And this is a website, yeah?
I don't know. Yep, it's just a website called Pink Cat Games. And this link, Adam put that on there. So and this Wakelet is just a link. You can click on it and see it. There's so many. Okay, this is a fun one with spelling. So they just have to figure out what's this called. It's a well. So which letter does it start with? The W. And it just fills it right in there. You can decide how many letters you want missing and things like that. So there's just an option. I was trying to find the one where it does like a sentence, but you can like have scrambled words that puts it into a sentence. You can do categories, all sorts of things. So anyway, I love Pink Cat games, and the kids love it too. You can make your own questions, which is awesome. And your spelling words or vocabulary you're working on. One thing I love to do with this, let me show you my Pink Cat games. Like a pink cat games. I love, oh gosh, it's not touched. Shoot. Okay, this one I love because all these different options. So when I'm doing it virtually, I tell the kids like, what do you want? And they'll be like, you know, and like they try to point, they try to circle, and I make them tell me, like explain what it is they want. So ball, what color do you want the ball? You know, so it's just that language development piece that goes in there too. This one is just like just the check mark there, it's just in the setting that I set it up, they just have to tell me that's a 2, whatever. Like, there could be a different one where there's a lot of different pictures and they have to click on the one that has 2 balls or whatever. It's just in their settings.
If you pay for that extended, they'll make your own games or whatever, you could put whatever pictures you want.
You
in.
can't put what pictures you want here. No, those are
Then
the,
you could be like, okay, I want the red basketball with the white polka dots, and then have a basketball with red polka dots, so that they have to list the whole.
no, you can't do that. That would be awesome if you could do that. But you can change whatever the question that pops up is. That's what you can change.
I quit and start my own game with.
Yeah, do it. Anyway, so when this comes on, then I make him explain to me the reindeer has a basketball he's holding or whatever. So you can expand on the language that way. So, Pink Cat Games is awesome. I think there's one more thing I was going to show you.
Do you have a paid version that you use?
I do have the paid one. Yeah. And there's also ways to share. So,
You
Jay,
can split the cost and you share the code.
huh?
So could we like split the cost of it and you share the code with me?
We could. I don't know if technically we're supposed to, but I figured a lot of ways we share the same students, right? Like our whole system is different because normally a teacher would have 30 kids in their class and where we all have the same students. So
I have done that with a subscription with Here Builder. I'm the person who owns it, and then I give the code to the other teachers.
Oh.
And so, because it has 40 kids.
Yeah.
So that's way more than I need. So, and it's okay with Vicki Summers. I would just pay for it myself, and then they pay me. And then they get reimbursed through Class Wallet.
Oh, there you go.
It's convenient.
Okay.
I think if you're just using the amount of students.
Yeah.
I mean, that's classrooms or something.
Right, and like how many of us work with one student, right?
Yeah.
There's like 5 of us that work with the one student, so I think it works.
I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah. And she's always adding new things, and there's always different themes. So if you work on the same thing, there's so many different games you can play with the same thing, and it keeps the kids engaged. Wakelet is what I'm using to do this presentation, but I also use it for, like, I have a link in the Schoology app or program for the students on one of the pages, and it shows all the a lot of ASL videos. So it's just like a whole little library. There's different, here, let me show you for Schoology. Nope, I think it means Megan, you're done. But there's different, that one that I'm showing you is like a continuous scroll, right? There's also different views, so you can have like a grid view and just see it all in a different way. It's a good way to keep websites, like that's where I keep all my school important websites that we need, like where to find, how to do my time card and how to, I keep it all in a Wakelet, but you can also do it for student resources. I have a student who's struggling with all the vocab in all of her different classes in middle school. So her aides sit down, they write down the words she struggles with, and then they go and make a Wakelet, or make whatever they call it, a Wakelet collection with all the different words she struggles with, and they go and search for a video or a picture that would teach her that vocabulary word, so she has this like continuous scroll of all these words that she's learning. And there's also, if you do a student account, which is also paid, but the students can film video right within the Wakelet, which is pretty cool.
So you said that you prefer Wakelet to other things. What can you tell us why that is? Just
I was telling my husband, I love to use Wakelet for everything. He's like, why don't you just bookmark pages or something, because I usually use it just for saving websites. But look how cute it is. I like it because it's cute. Like it just like has everything, and it just makes it really simple for me to find. Like there's all my important websites, and they're just like, they got a picture. You can like, it's just like keeps it more simple and fun for me to my visual brain. It just helps me organize things. I did all my students who are all over all their calendars. So I stick them all in one place. So if I'm trying to figure out what the school calendars are, some of them are links and some of them are PDFs, and they're all just right there together. So you can go and see the student's calendar real quick. So I don't know. That's
great.
That's kind of. Let me show you this student. I don't even know how to access it. I get mixed up. There's an education trial, like it's this new thing, but this is this student's classes. So she has one for like, oh, that's in my classes. Hold on. the students, all her different classes that she has in the mainstream. And so her aide has gone through when she's like struggling with a certain topic and like reading. Her aide goes through and she writes down those words, and then she, with the student, looks for a picture, a way to explain the word to the student, so that then she can learn that vocab that they're learning. The vocab's like way up here compared to her language, so she's trying to like put it there. You can do little gifs and stuff. The cool thing too, if I'm gonna add one, it's just right there. It's super easy. I can post a website. I could do that, which is just writing something. It's a note. You could do a picture. When you do a picture there, you can design with Canva. It takes you right to Canva. You can create it and then put it in there automatically. Or you could just do Giphy or Unsplash. And so those are searches. Like you don't have to go to the internet and find a picture. Like it's already right there and you can find something, which is really cool. And they're student safe as well. So in hers, she has the beta version that I'll probably beg Adam to just pay for just a little bit. It's $5 a person per year. Is how they're doing it for the student accounts. It's free if you don't have the student, if you don't want to try the whole classrooms thing. But to be able to have access to the video, you have to have a student account. Anyway, I can tell you more about that if you want. But look, I can upload a video or record a video right here in Wakelet, which is cool. So if a kid's struggling with a word, you know, she can bear and sign bear and then write a note right underneath it that says bear, and then it's her right there. Okay, so anyway, there you go. Questions about Wakelet? Okay.
It's great.
It's kind of cool. Okay, and then the other thing I was going to show, but I don't know how to get back.
Right.
Last thing, 2 seconds, is.
I'm sorry.
What was the last thing? Oh, flip.
Flip.
Upset.
Flip.
Anyway, flip is what I use to make all these videos that I have here. I used this website called Flip. Does anybody use Flip or Flipgrid? It used to be called Flipgrid. They changed it to Flip. But I can just create teacher videos there to share in any way, and you can like add like all those little texts and images and stuff. GIFs, my GIFs weren't working, but you can add them in there. And you like do a screen and then you record it, and then you can do another screen, record it, so you can change things. It's super fun. The kids, I have an 8-year-old, and she just loves to. I set up a cousin account, and so they like share videos with each other. You put pictures, and like it's just fun, and the kids can easily create videos. So you can set up a classroom and then set up a topic like, how do you feel today? And the kids could all go in and make their little, however they feel, make a little video, and then they can go through and see all their friends and like it or comment or whatever. Or you can take off the like and comment option if you don't want it. So
How long can the
it's super cool. 10 minutes. So it can be pretty long. Yeah. And you can bring in a lot of things to them. I don't know. So anyway, so there's some good resources that I like. Hopefully it's helpful. Do you guys have any questions? We good?
It's awesome.
Okay.
Thank you.